Hello, hello. Good morning. Hey, Max, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? How are you feeling? I haven't seen you in a minute. Of course, I haven't done a whole lot of lives either, so how's your health? Well, still breathing is good. I'm still breathing too. I had seizures last night, so I take still breathing as a important thing. Well, Max, here's your card. I think it's important. Here, Archangel card. You can always email me, Max, if you want. You know that. Um, your Archangel Raphael says, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. It's your Archangel card, since we were talking about breathing. Funny that. Do you want to know what this Oracle card says? You can breathe as deep as you can for yourself. I think it's more about exhaling slowly to awaken your energy and release your old patterns. I see a second person. Hello, hello. Your second one has Lord Krishna on it, and it says, "Oh, my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense." I feel like that might be appropriate to some of the things we've been discussing. I can't get a good clear picture on that. There we go. I'm going to put that in the Max file. And I find it interesting that both your cards are green and line up with the heart chakra. Those are heart chakra colors. You can infuse any humor you want. You know that. I welcome anything. I got clairaudience from my angel card. It says, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. That was my angel card this morning. Oh, I'm sorry, your ear's infected. Absolutely. Your second card said awakening. Oh, my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Could you hear it that time, or do you want me to type it out for you? I could do that. Let's see this way. I think so. Give me 1 second. I'm going to shut this door because I'm getting outside noise. Oh, close it over. There we go. I think so. I think so. Well, I see we have a second guest, but they're not talking, so that's okay. So hello, second guest, and welcome. Thank you, love. Donna brought me coffee. Hey, Donna. Well, I'm sorry your ear's infected. That's no fun. Have you tried putting a little bit of olive oil, warm olive oil in your ear? That can be helpful. Do you have holiday plans? Oh, it's cellulitis. Ow. God, that's painful. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's so painful. Sending you lots of healing energy for that. How in the world did you get cellulitis in both ears? Oh my goodness. That's terrible. No, not really any plans. We kind of do it pretty minimal around here. It's just the two of us, and we don't really need a lot of stuff, so we just chill out. We've got our decorations up, and we'll probably have some hot cocoa and have a quiet night. You know, nothing really big. Which baby? Ah, how sweet. How sweet. They're always babies to us, aren't they? That's the fun of it. Speaking of babies, my daughter-in-law is pregnant again, so I will be having grandchild number 6. I don't know how far along, but I do know that I have grandchild number 6 on the way. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I haven't got to meet the other one yet. I probably will not get to meet this one, but thank you. I don't know. Everything's always open for change in the universe, maybe. Maybe something will work change on my son's heart. But my daughter is doing really well, so that's good news. So I will probably call her Christmas Eve and talk to the 4 littles. He won't even talk to me. I haven't talked to him in, well, Rory is 7 years. So. Don't be. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it is what it is. I knew when I left my husband that there was a risk. When Pat was a baby, he threatened me that if I ever left him, he would make sure I never saw my children, my son again. And he took my kids when I divorced him. Through hook and crook, he got custody. And then he proceeded to try and poison their minds. And it worked for a little while with my daughter, but she really wanted to work things out with me, and it succeeded with my son. So my son's really angry, and he doesn't even really know why. I mean, I don't think he really even understands. But it's okay because it's safe to be angry with me because I raised them with the um, knowledge that nothing in the world would ever change my love for them. Nothing they said or did, or, my job is just to love them. So, it is awful when parents do that. Because what they don't realize is that who loses is the children, who suffers is the children. I mean, not that I haven't suffered. Of course I suffered. It's like horrible. I'll grieve till my dying breath, but um, I haven't suffered a quarter as much as my children. So that's what happens when you marry a narcissist. They don't care. They have no empathy. So I've had 35 years. Well, my son's 30. He'll be 34. He turned 34 in November. Absolutely. The same with my daughter. You know, our only job as parents is to love our children unconditionally. We can do the best to um, teach them about how to survive in this world and be functional adults and try and infuse some morals and all of that. But at the end of the day, really, our job is to just love them without condition and continue to love them no matter what. You know, my daughter has tested me at every step, and she's 33 years old, and finally I can breathe a little bit. She's getting it together. She's got 4 kids, and she's become an incredible young woman, and we're closer than ever. And I enjoy my conversations with her, and I'm grateful that we've gone through the things that we've gone through now because I get to enjoy her, because I just loved her through it. And she knows, and she never has doubted that love. She knew that even those times when I absolutely wanted to wring her neck, I still loved her so much. And it's because I loved her so much that I wanted to wring her neck. So, yeah, that's all we can do as parents is love our kids. But that's all we can do as people is love each other without condition, honestly. It's just to push out that love. And it's a hard thing to do because, my gosh, sometimes some people feel really difficult to love. There's a lot of people that will test you and push you, and, you know, and also learning that, like, for me, um, learning that loving people does not mean that you necessarily have to be around them. Like, that was the other big lesson I've had to learn in my life. Um, that it's okay to have boundaries and it's okay to not be around people and still love them. Like, you can hold love, but you don't have to keep people in your world just because you hold love for them. You know, you don't have to tolerate their bullshit. Yeah, it is disgusting. I know that whole intimately. I grew up with two parents who didn't want me, so I know intimately. And he doesn't care because he got what he wanted. Or he thinks he got what he wanted. He got to have Patrick all to himself, but he didn't really because Patrick doesn't really have a relationship with his dad either. He doesn't respect his dad, and so, yeah. I have two narcissistic parents, so, but I had an amazing stepdad that loves me. He's dying, but he's amazing, and I was blessed. He's 95. What a life. An amazing life. Yeah, we shared that. I think there's more. Um, I think there's probably more of us out there than come forward uh, that have similar backgrounds, you know? Oh, yeah, way more, I'm sure. My ex husband's a narcissist, so there's all kinds of narcissistic abuse there. And you can never really please a narcissist because you go between love bombing and devaluation. Oh, I was so blessed. You know, my parents divorced when I was 6, and my mom married a man 24 years older than her. And he'd already raised his kids, his 3 children, and he not one minute ever made me feel like a stepchild. He, my dad bailed, never paid a dime of child support, and my birth father and Leo became my dad immediately and parented me and took care of me. And they were married until I was, well, almost 12. So those real formative years. And my mom, of course, being the narc that she is, was doing her thing. And so he was the only parent I ever had. And he showed me so much love and care. And I will forever be grateful because I never for 1 minute felt like a stepchild. Never, ever. And he never referred to me as a stepdaughter. He would always say, "This is my daughter." So, and he still does. So he's a good man. He's a very good man. Very, very good man. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, you would really love him. Everybody that meets him really, really loves him. He kind of looks like Albert Einstein, and he's got the most incredible brain anyways. He is a biologist, a geneticist, and a Russian professor. His family were Russian Jews. He was a prisoner of war in World War II in one of the concentration camps in Germany. Um, he has written many books. He's brilliant, brilliant. I always said I wished I had one day, just one day, I could run around in his brain and gather half the knowledge that's in there. He's soft spoken and kind and a gentle soul and incredibly intellectual. Very kind human being. I think every great, well, not every, because I had my great grandmother too, but I think the majority of great lessons I learned about kindness and morals I learned from my dad, for sure. Yeah, Donna got to meet him for my 50th birthday. My birthday gift was a trip home, and he and my sister actually still live in. My sister's taking care of him in the home I grew up in, and so I got to take a trip home to visit, and uh, Donna fell head over heels in love with my dad. Yeah, I've always been pretty independent. I did cosmetology school out of high school, and then when I was 23, I put myself through college. I was one of the first women to graduate with a computer sciences degree in 91, um, business computer sciences. I wrote business software. I was a programmer, and I graduated the top of my class. I had a 3.79 GPA, and I was one of two females in my class. And I had toddlers, and I worked a full-time job because my husband didn't want me to go to college. But I was like, I'm going to school anyways. And so I've always been a little bit independent. I always just thought, how can I teach my kids the importance of education if I don't get an education? You know? And my ex-husband expected me to work, and I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do hair for five something an hour at like Supercuts forever, or stand on my feet forever, or do you want me to make a good income? And I'm gonna do something that makes a good income, you know. Which is funny because I ended up hating programming, and so then I took a CNA course, and I had taken a CNA course and worked as a CNA and put myself through college doing that, and then I started doing home care. And at the time, I worked doing home care. And then when we got orders to California, I had the opportunity to be a staffing coordinator for a company called Jane's Home Care, where I actually uh, did placement for the CNAs. I know. I love to listen. I love geriatrics. I love listening to old people's stories. I think that there's just something about the wisdom, you know, and life experiences of people. Of course, I'm starting to become a geriatric. I don't know, but there's something about dealing with people that get up in their, 70s, 80s, 90s that have this history and have lived this life, and you hear their stories, and especially, yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed patient care. I liked I worked with All my patients were late stage Alzheimer's and post CVA. I worked on a Medicare ward. Yeah. And then I went into home care doing bath visits and taking care of people who'd had a lot of post CVA patients. I like the geriatrics. I always have. But I think it's because I was close to my great grandma. I really always. And when I was in high school, I was a candy striper back when they used to have candy stripers. Oh my goodness. I would have had a 4.0, except that, believe it or not, I got a B in typing. I couldn't type. I had to take a typing class and I couldn't type. It was part of my business degree. Screwed up my grade point average. I know. I'm always like, damn, I would have had that GPA, but no such luck. Uh, well, I guess my hour's up. I need to go get some breakfast. I need to go potty. Do all that lovely stuff. Yeah, I wasn't tickled, but I still had the highest GPA in my class, so I wasn't that pissed. And I remember when I first went in there, all the guys making fun of me, like, "Ooh, you think you're gonna do anything?" I was like, "I know I'm gonna learn. I can learn." So, anyways, yep. Oh well, I'm so glad you made it, Max. I think about you a lot when I haven't seen you. I haven't been doing a lot of lives. I'm trying to, right? I'm trying to kind of do pop up lives for a while, just a little more surprise lives. I'm not getting a whole lot of interaction these days, so I want to see if pop ups get more. See what happens. They will or they won't. Some will, some won't. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm not. I have unsubscribed from a lot of stuff because a lot of the drama is just too intense. Oh, are you doing your own channel? Coolios? Please email me the link. Please, please, please. And I'll sub and check it out. I'm happy to do that. I'm really, really happy to do that. I didn't know that. How come you haven't posted the link in chat? You can do that anytime there's people in chat. Anytime. For reals. You're absolutely welcome to do that. I'm a big proponent for supporting other channels. As long as it's not drama, I'm totally down for it. So, 100%. Anytime. Have you been keeping up with any of the videos? Do you like what you've been seeing? If you have, some feedback. I have no idea what that means. I know IG is Instagram, but I don't do social media. Oh, is that social media presence? Okay, I get it. I have a tiny social media presence on IG. Yeah, see, I don't do, I don't do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, any of that. I can't. The level of drama and meanness is like way more than make my brain explode. I can barely do YouTube most days, to be honest with you. So that kind of does that in. Yep. So okay. Yeah. Go ahead and email me for sure. For sure, for sure. And I'll join. I'm happy to do it. All right. Well, I'm gonna say my goodbyes. I gotta go TT and do my my lady stuff, have some breakfast, and heart chakra stuff. Listen to some heart chakra opening solfeggio stuff that will help with your heart chakra, because I would say that if you got 2 green cards, you probably have a heart chakra blockage going on. For sure. You need to open that chakra up a little bit, my dear friend. For sure. All right. Love you lots. I will. All right. Talk to you soon. I'm gonna private this since it was just the 2 of us. So, all right. All right. Love you lots. Bye bye. It probably is. Unblock it. You know what happens with constipation. It's not good for you. Okay. Bye.